all right? Because we're going to help you now join the Mean Moms Club. Maureen is here. Maureen LeBeau. LeBeau is here with us. She wrote the book, The Mean Moms Club, and I love it. And the Mean Moms Rule Book. The Moms Rule Book is in here, too, because you know you're doing something right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How did you come to write the book and name it the Mean Moms Club? I kind of figured the name, but how did you write the book? Why?
When my boys were growing up and I would tell them to do something they didn't like, I didn't want to be one of those moms that would say, because I said so. So instead, I would say, because it's in the Mom's Rule Book. And they would say, well, I want to see the Mom's Rule Book. And I'd say, no, only a mom can see the Mom's Rule Book. And they'd say, well, then you're mean. And so then I got to where I would say, I'm so mean, I'm the president of the Mean Moms Club.
Yeah.
And so that was where it really came from. And then I wanted to, then now that they're grown, they're 21 and 27 now, both put themselves through college, they're delightful young men. But I wanted to write it now to share with other parents that practical foundation that I found myself using. And it's based on these 7 common sense rules that you can use to create a plan so that you can raise responsible, compassionate kids. I think those are the 2 keys: compassionate, responsible kids.
Yeah, responsible.
And using your own family values and your own family style. And I think those are 2 things that kind of set this book apart.
Well, I see some of them up on the screen right now. Here's some of the rules. All right, let's talk about a few of them. Yeah, look at number 1. Yeah, I saw that in the book when I was reading it the other day.
Absolutely, and that had to be the very first one, because with a degree in education and child development, I was going to be the perfect mom, and I was not. And you can ask my kids; they'll tell you.
Well, nobody's perfect.
We're not, and it's a tough job. And the whole point of that rule is to realize that you need a support network, and you need to use that network. Because it is tough.
I like number 5 here, too. There's definitely a difference between need and want. I used to tell my kids, I don't know if they got it, but I said it is better to want what you need than to need what you want.
Oh,
you know,
very
and
much
they go,
so.
huh? Yeah, what?
And my son would say, I need this. And I'd say, no, this isn't something you need, this is something you want. And he'd say, no, but I need it.
Yeah.
So to a kid, everything they want is something they need.
They need everything, right.
But as adults, we know that a want is something that'll make you happy in the moment.
Well, it's got to hurt, though, sometimes to discipline. I know it did me when the kids were. I think it hurt me worse than them sometimes. You didn't want to disappoint me. But again, as we know, a parent's not set out to be your kid's friend at that time.
Right.
You're not a pal, you're a parent.
Right. Well, the bottom line message of this, and really the bottom line foundation, is that when you look at that beautiful baby boy and that beautiful baby girl, and we know they're beautiful because they're sleeping.
Yes, right. That's how you know.
You need to have in mind what you want them to become, what kind of a person you want them to become. You need to have a plan for how to get them there, and that's what this book does. It gives you that foundation to create your own plan to get them there. And then the trick is you need to be consistent with that all the way through, even when that makes you a mean mom. Because our job is to give them safety and security.
All right, let's have one question.
Okay.
Give me one question. Oh, no, I'm not going to ask you. You're going to ask me.
Oh, I get to ask you one.
Yeah.
Okay. Here
right, one question before we go.
Okay. There's a quiz on the website. Here's one of the questions.
Okay.
Your 15-year-old son comes into the room sporting spiked hair in a rainbow of colors. You're going to a family event. What do you do? Here are your choices. First, you can say, love your shirt, let's go. Or you can say, no son of mine is going to a family event like that. Or you can say, wash your hair so you don't embarrass yourself.
I think I'd shave his head and give him a hat and say, let's go. No, I'd probably wash the hair.
You would?
Yeah.
Actually,
I might just say, take your shirt, let's go.
I think that would be a great choice.
Yeah,
because
I
this
think so.
comes from Rule 2, developmental milestones. Teenagers love to argue, and you don't want to go there with them.
Well, that's right. Oh, yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
Deal with it later.
That's right.
Give them some time to think about it.
Choose your battles. That's not one worth fighting.
I wish we had more time. We got to do this again. All right, it's a great book. Mean Moms Club, okay? You see it right there. Get it. All right.